Is America done?
It's going to be interesting.
Are we going to Costa Rica, boys?
If they do jail him,
Carnival Cruise?
Tropicana Boulevard.
probably one of the biggest news stories in the world that we didn't get to cover because we were like in between JKs. Have you guys seen Trump's mugshot?
Yeah!
Like he posted for it, huh? He was like,
Dude, didn't he make hella money?
Dude, I saw people with shirts.
No! You got it? Oh my god!
Oh my god!
oh my god.
Did it always have parental advisory?
Yeah, this is what the mugshot is.
Dude, you got it in time, too.
Did you buy it from...
I got it right away.
Did you buy it from his store or did you get it from like...
No, I made this.
Oh, you made it?
I actually did.
With the parental.
I made it, yeah. I bootlegged.
You
Oh, shit.
No, because I was like, dude, I could do way cheaper than fucking $40.
Hey, let Anthony wear it.
$40?
The shit that blew my mind is he sold it on his site, dude. For me, I'm like, Trump is
47
like
bucks, right?
the king of swap meet mentality.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy moves merch, bro. Nobody moves, no president has moved
It's
merch
amazing.
like Trump.
Do we have like stats of
such
how much
trash.
sales he made?
So he has already raised more than $7.1 million since that.
Just selling the merch.
Well, I think it's just donations. And merch, right? But we don't. It's not.
He's a good businessman.
He's good at what he does, this guy, huh?
Yeah.
He capitalized on the moment.
The way I picture this dude is like he's like the tacky furniture store commercial rich guy.
Yeah.
Like he's like your like Main Street rich guy. I think that's why you look at him and you're like, all right, you're hanging out with these billionaires, but your tactics reminds me of car sales guy.
Oh yeah, he's tacky as hell.
Like it's hilarious.
When he was selling steaks at the Sharper Image, it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Like, how do you sell a steak?
He was selling steaks?
Yeah, dude. He was selling Trump steaks at the Sharper Image.
Oh my god.
Do they even have food?
Exactly.
No.
It's the weirdest move ever. Yeah. But no, he raised a shitload of money, right?
Who's buying steaks at the Sharper?
Crazy, man.
Yeah, it's pretty
Somebody.
intense. It's like it's one of those things too where people are wondering: is he going to be smiling? Is he going to be like
He went angry on
straight
this one.
face? He went angry a little bit.
He went fucking thwomp for Mario and then drops down.
Yeah, dude, 100%. What do you guys think about all this shit?
It's
What?
crazy.
This is in Georgia? This is the
Georgia, Fulton County, Georgia. Yeah.
And this is for messing with the ballots, allegedly?
That's what's being alleged that
Well,
he schemed to
they're-
overturn the 2020 election.
They're actually putting him and his team under RICO, which is originally it was meant
That's going to be us.
to create a way to take down the mafia, because in organized crime days, like the top bosses, you weren't able to pin them on anything.
Yeah.
Because all the dirt was being done by the guys down here,
The
who's
minions.
doing the killing and
Yeah.
all the illegal
Doing
stuff.
all the
and the
moving.
money's getting kicked upwards, right?
Guys like
So-
me and him.
Hey.
So that's basically what the original law was created to do. And then so now they use that same type of way to indict him. But basically what they're saying is he was like the fucking head honcho of this whole
The John
Operation.
But then everyone says, like, when you look into it, by the individual things that they're claiming, like nothing will stick as an actual crime. But you could collect all of these things together and say it's a conspiracy.
Because I feel like at that time, before he got popped for this, every week it was like Trump got indicted, Trump got indicted,
and
Trump
nothing
got
stopped.
and in different states too, right?
His poll numbers kept going up too.
And I didn't know what the fuck was going on because I was gonna read it. I'm just gonna read headlines.
Fueling
you know?
his campaign.
It is.
man.
It's pretty interesting. They're turning him into a crazy like pop culture figure, like Billy the Kid or something.
Yeah. He's like a
'Cause-
pop culture pariah now.
Because he's getting steam off this. I feel like.
Yeah, definitely. He keeps going up, and then DeSantis keeps going down.
Because
Yeah.
this type of attention, he's better at working with this than anything else.
Yeah. This is his
So with his
wheelhouse.
favorite ammo.
So are people who are trying to get him, like, indicted or, like, whatever, are they thinking that this will take him down?
Dude, they are.
They want him off the
So
ballot.
there's so many things like that where people show his photo and they're like, look at him, he said never surrender and he just surrendered. It's like, That's a surrender to you? Do you not know how the justice system works? It's just fucking, he just went in to take his phone.
He went in to go fundraise, dude. Yeah. Honestly.
He's moving merch, dude.
Yeah. He,
With that picture, the way for him to flip that into this and make
I
$7
just
million
can't believe after
raised.
this much time, people don't understand how much they play into his game.
Yeah.
It's like, if you don't want him elected, just stop fucking talking
Dude,
about
he's
the
this guy's pro
shut
wrestling,
up.
dog. He's so pro wrestling, and I used to never understand what that meant. And because I was growing up, I thought wrestling was real, and I still do. But like when I see guys like this, I'm like, oh, dude, this is exactly what he wants. He wants the crowd to be like, fuck yeah.
Wasn't he's heel of the fucking decade?
He's Kurt Angle, bro.
Kurt Angle, a real
And
American.
he wins every time, Kurt Angle, bro. God damn it. I don't want him to be WWE champion. Yeah. No.
I think no matter how you feel about him, though, I think the marketing genius and his ability to just fucking like flip things on his enemies, I'm just like, wow.
Bro, he's probably gonna win again, dog.
you know, it's crazy to think, but yeah.
He might be our president
After
again.
this endorsement.
It's one of those things where it's like, look, you know what Thomas Jefferson said? He said, you know, the law should be so easy for people to understand that they can read what's happening like in the newspaper while like running, while jogging, right? And I think that something like this, when you take, like Joe's saying, they're trying to do this whole conspiracy thing, which also includes like the inside of his brain where it's like, we know that he knows he lost, but he's trying to overturn this shit. So you have to prove that you know that. Does anybody in this room think that he thinks he lost the election? Like, I don't. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where if you're going to go after your biggest political opponent, this is a Democrat, by the way, in Fulton County, who is charging him. You're going after the opposite party's major leader. You better have something good, like the guy murdered somebody or something, because otherwise, everyone who doesn't understand your case has no faith in the system, right? They think it's you're doing something. It's an attack.
That's true.
Well, it's because the hypocrisy behind it, right? So if the indictment is because he questioned the legitimacy of the the voting system,
Which you can do. You can question the
but
legitimacy.
there's clear video of Hillary Clinton questioning the legitimacy of Trump's win.
Mhm.
It's like, so how can you say the same things and indict him for the same things that they were doing?
Exactly.
it's
That's what people. A lot of people have problems with the hypocrisy angle, right? But then there's also the whole thing where, are we going to really stand up and talk about what a great democracy we are and all this shit when you're indicting the opposing party's biggest player? He's 60 points ahead of the next guy.
60 points.
60 points. He's up 60% to DeSantis. It's a troubling thing to think that you can, like, if this was happening in any other country, the State Department would be issuing a declaration saying, like, yeah, this is fucked up. Don't indict your political opponents, right? If North Korea was doing this, like, it'd be the same shit. So it just makes people feel uneasy. And I think that also a guy who just got 75 million votes, 76 million votes, you're basically saying that all those people who voted for him, like, they're not allowed to vote for him again.
That's like saying half of America is like, we don't care.
We don't care. You're not allowed to. We're going to lock him up, and you're not going to be able to vote for him even if you want to.
Yeah.
That's kind of a wild thing to think about when it comes to the way we were raised in America.
Has it happened at any point in history?
Not like this, man.
A political opponent got indicted and they just got out of the running like by force?
Not that I'm aware. I mean, they were going to do it to Nixon. They were going to do it to Nixon.
That was during his campaign.
And he stepped down.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Oh, did you see, by the way, that all like they're starting to sentence like all of the Capitol riot dudes, and they're getting like massive sentences?
huge sentences. 30 years for the...
Massive sentences, bro.
Wow.
But they don't know who brought the coke in the White House still. They found every single person that was there.
Yeah.
They're
they got
issuing money to the protesters too, on the other way around. Like people that have been protesters, they'll get like 35 million for being like locked up in jail overnight or whatever.
Wow.
Did you guys see that?
For real?
35 million?
I was like, man, I should have protested some more, get some money.
Yeah, dude. I should got locked up.
That's the other way.
35.
It's pretty crazy.
I don't know. I think
Christ.
Tax money.
There's a level of like, I guess, like integrity we need to keep in the system, or else once you opened up the gates of corruption openly, because every country's corrupt. But when you openly do it, right, then I think you kind of break that rule of like, hey, we're supposed to be playing by the same game.
Absolutely. Well,
But then I think the issue here specifically is now we're going into territory that we might not be able to come back from.
Yeah.
And even if I disagree with my opponents, right, and I don't like what's being done or whatever, I think everybody needs to go through due process, or else once we lose that, we become a third world country.
Yeah.
well, there's also an argument being made that didn't Trump have due process because the House and Senate had a impeachment proceeding, and then he actually made it through there. So basically, is
So
this?
it's like not double jeopardy.
It feels
but
like it for some people,
Yeah.
right? It's like he had a trial in the House and Senate, and they acquitted him. So like, again, is this? Why did you wait till the presidential election to charge him? This happened years ago.
because the government's kind of lazy and they work slow.
Yeah, that's why. And also the other thing about it too that kind of scares me is like what you guys are saying about the precedent for this. Like if you're going to do this, can't they lock up Bernie? Can't they lock up,
Yeah.
RFK Jr.? Like any of your political opponents? Like you could really weaponize the government against
the
them.
precedent would be that's the first thing you need to find now when you're running against somebody.
Right.
It's like, what can I get them for legally?
That becomes
And
part of the playbook now.
and then-
Out of the race.
As soon as Trump got elected, what they say? Russia elected him. It wasn't a fair election. Russia elected him.
Russia intervened.
And then they investigated him with the special prosecutor, Robert Mueller, special counsel, and then they found out there was nothing there. And then James Comey, who was the FBI director during all this, who was allowing this investigation to proceed, he said that the Steele dossier was in the main not even true, and he knew it the whole time. But then he's out there on TV acting like it's a big thing. It's a big, huge thing. But then when he's testifying under oath, behind closed doors, Senate testimony, he's like, in the main, yeah, we knew it wasn't true.
You know what sucks the most is that like everything you're explaining right now, it's all like makes sense, but yet someone's watching you right now and summing you up and just going, Steve's a fucking Trumper.
Absolutely.
Especially
Absolutely.
with the shirt. But
Of
they
course.
don't see the irony.
Well, dude, this is like the Bob Marley mugshot, like all
That's
the.
the sad part is that no one's seeing the details about how dirty the
It's because
game
they're
is.
fucking
The
dumb.
game is
Just forget
dirty.
about Trump for a while. Just put
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
in that
Yeah.
fucking
For real.
slot. And
It could
just-
be
none of
anybody.
this shit is normal, dude.
Yeah.
Like, none of this shit is like correct.
This makes you worried.
This
a
is
little
what
bit.
I'm wishing people will start seeing. Is like, stop being such a dick rider for one political party.
For real.
Please.
Look at it as there's establishment fucking bourgeoisie, right? There's a group of people out there that are so fucking rich, they play by these games, they don't give a fuck about us, but they pretend that they do. Then there's a different group, which is called like anti-establishment. They're not a part of this club, and they're trying to come in on the right and on the left. Democrats and Republicans, they both exist in
sides,
both
yeah.
camps, right? And they're trying to make changes. They're trying to break up this oligopoly. It's like this group that you have here, they work together, the right and the left. It's not a conspiracy. They're called neoconservatives.
Yeah.
They're
And neoliberals.
pro-war, they're pro-corporations. The shit that they say might be different when it comes to social issues, on abortion and whatever. But if you look at how they vote on policy, it's all in unison. The shit that they'll never go against the war. They'll never go against Ukraine. They'll never, like, you'll start to see that the things that they say, it's rehearsed, it's told to them what to say, and it doesn't fucking matter if they're right wing or left wing. And that's where I think people don't fucking understand. They go, oh, if you're not a Democrat, you're not a minority because you're a white lover. And then it's like, are you fucking stupid? You think the people on the left actually care about you? They don't.
That just reminds
They
me.
prove it.
people
They
on the
prove it
right.
with their actions all the time.
Yeah.
Everyone on the right and left prove it constantly by doing nothing for anybody.
Yeah, they don't care about the working class.
Hell no.
They don't give a fuck.
America, baby.
I know.
America.
America.
Bums me out. Are we done? Is this it? Are we donezo?
Are we
Oh,
moving?
we'll see what happens.
Is America done?
It's going to be interesting.
Are we going to Costa Rica, boys?
If they do jail him,
Carnival
it's
Cruise?
gonna be really crazy.
Tropicana
Yeah.
Boulevard.
That's not in South America, dude.